Kerrison has got the job on Brian Wilson in the centre of the ground.
It's on already. There's a fight down there at the edge of the square. Boy, Dwyer came in and let one go. That was a real haymaker from the two bob seats.
This is almost a prerequisite now for any final round game, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just about...
Reminiscent of a game a couple of years ago, Carlton and Melbourne reserves, when it was all on before it started. Every player was involved that particular day. We see there Fellows and Wilson going at it.
I tell you what, Stephen Stretch is hurt.
And there are only 4 players not involved, and they're standing down at the other end of the ground.
One of them, Sean White, will start at full forward for Melbourne.
That'll be a disaster, wouldn't it, if Stretch was hurt?
He's in the hands of the trainers at the present time.
You'd have to say, Don, how silly was that?
I was watching down there actually as the umpire was going to bounce the ball. There was some indecision between the Melbourne players as to who they were marking. Dersma and Stretch were sorting it out, and I took my eyes away, so I didn't see exactly what happened after that, but there was some conjecture, and obviously something was being said down there initially. Out comes Tony Shaw.
Not over yet.
Well,
my wild Irish rose.
Really, footy can do without this sort of nonsense, can't it?
Well, it is a bit stupid because a lot of those guys there can stand up and throw a punch, but they won't go and get the hard ball.
And there's a grand final just a couple of weeks away, and a preliminary final to be won next week.
I think Carlton and Hawthorn would be laughing at the moment, wouldn't they? John Northey, Greg Wells looking concerned.
What would the message be at this stage?
Seconds out.
How Stretch.
I wonder if the umpire would be taking out his book at all.
I think they've at last sorted it out.
And what the umpire should do is not worry about it, just get straight on, bounce the ball, leave them get out of position, although a lot of them be caught out of position. Stretch and Starcevic were involved in the initial fracas.
I wonder if any numbers were taken. I didn't see the books out, which I suppose looking at that, a few players might consider themselves lucky.
Well, they must have lost the books if they didn't come out then.
Exactly. No reports made yesterday. Will we have a busy night tomorrow after all?
Still on in the middle. Kerrison and Wilson, and now Dacos getting involved.
He ought to just bounce the ball.
That's what he should do, Peter. He really should do it.
Let them sort it out themselves then. We're underway at last. It's only the first quarter, but in actual fact it's round 2. Fellows up high. Oh, Dwyer went at him.